morning, everyone. I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. It's currently 10:23 a.m. Central Daylight Time. That would be probably 9:23 there at Yellowstone. And Old Faithful is going off this morning. It's currently about 23 degrees. At night, it's been down to about 6 below. Yeah, nice. It's been really foggy there. And as I mentioned before about the ground heating up and melting the snow, it's still pretty thick on the boardwalks. I'll add a picture to this. I took a picture when they were showing the walkway, and yeah, the snow's up over the guardrails. Yeah, nice image of Old Faithful going off. In the past month, USGS is reporting only 228 earthquakes. 15 for the last week, and as you know, they don't report them all. Especially over the weekends. Looks like they're updating the earthquakes from the weekend. Originally, when I went on here this morning looking at stuff, they had a 1.7. They now have a 2.0. Let's see. That's up by Hedgen Lake. 4.7 miles in depth. And then the 1.7 was 3.3 miles in depth, shallow. Here's the data that I downloaded this morning. We have borehole 207, that would be the Madison River area. Borehole 208, that would be Yellowstone Lake, Mary Lake, and the western boundary. We got an earthquake here that's not being reported yet. Comes in the best for the western boundary. And that ends up being a magnitude 1.93. You can see here we got some littler ones that were happening right there. We'll just pull it across. They're all about the same depth, it looks like. Yeah, same as this one. See the line of melt? That's what I'm looking at. The line of melt, and we'll go back over here. Okay. These smaller earthquakes, let me change this setting. Yeah, they also showed up at the borehole for the Madison River area. That's them right there. And there's the other one and the other one. And you can see we got lots of them marked in red here for the borehole. Let me close this out. And let's go to the most recent one, which was at 2140. I think that's the one they're now reporting. Nope, it's at 1934. That one. They're reporting that one right now, saying that's a magnitude 2.0. They're not fudging about it. They got someone honest working this morning. It actually comes in as a magnitude 2.06. All right, the other one that they're not reporting, this one right here, at least not yet. That one is at least a 2.13. It might be a little bit bigger. 2.13. All right, the next one marked in red, right there. 1615, which they're not reporting, comes in as a magnitude 1.55. That would be 1615 universal time. And let's bring it down. You can see it if you have a larger screen to view it on. It says MD 1.55. Yeah. So there's the 3 earthquakes. That one right there. That's the 2.0 they're saying. And then the more recent one at 1615. Okay. Let's take a look at the magma. Yeah, as it was coming in and afterwards. Yeah, you can see the lines of melt. Oh, we got another small one here that's marked in red. See if I can find it. Let's see. Is it there? Probably right there. Let's go to the seismic signature. Yeah, right there. It's a small one. That's tectonic in movement. Yeah, where the fault line probably is moving. Alright, let's go back to the line of melt. Let's bring it down to what it was showing when I pulled the files. And this is that other earthquake that I reported. Oops, right there. And there's a series of the other small earthquakes that I showed you in the beginning. Here's the location of that 2.0. Let me bring it out. Yeah, it's probably along the fault line going up to Hedgen Lake. Let me bring it out. I had to redraw all these fault lines. All the red lines are the different faults. There's more in here because the ground's getting so brittle. And then the one in blue down here, that is the Madison River. Okay, and you can see here I got the different monitors. There we got Denny Creek, Horse Butte, Maple Creek, Holmes Hill. I'll bring it out a little bit farther. Borehole 205, borehole 950. Here we got the borehole 208 for Yellowstone Lake. Little West Thumb and Old Faithful. So going to the stream view, here's those smaller earthquakes that I was talking about. Here is the western boundary. This is the borehole for the Madison River. Yellowstone Lake. Let's see, and I'll pull it down. You can see it. We got Mary Lake. Yeah, Mary Lake. Let me pull this over. You can see the different earthquakes. And I'll go back. Oh, let's go back an hour. See how long it takes me to go back an hour. Because you can see here Mary Lake. Yeah, it was a lot stronger there. Yeah. And that's it right there. Between 1209 and 1210. There was another one at 907. That one was deep. See how the magma is? And let's go up. And we'll take a look at that one, which was 2140. 1934. Let's close this out. There's another one marked in red, right? Looks like right there. Yeah, it's all tectonic. All tectonic. All the faults moving. Yeah, there's some volcanic tremors mixed in there, like right there. Yeah. Alright, let's go up. I just jump around here where the lines look thicker to me. See, tectonic. More tectonic. Look at all. Oops. Went off the line. There we go. Yeah, this is Mary Lake. Which would be this monitor right here. Here we have Yellowstone Lake. And this here is Mary Lake monitor. Steamboat geyser really has slowed down. The last time it erupted was on January 28th, 31 days from its last eruption, which was January 5th. December 6th, 31 days and 29 days and 23 days. It's starting to shorten up a little bit. You can see September of last year, it was 89 days, and then it shortened to 47 days, 31 days, 29 days, and 31 days. So it's getting shorter again in its eruptions. Only one borehole for the tilt data is working, and that's for Grant, which is on the western side of Yellowstone Lake. This is for the last 7 days of all the uplift that's been going on. Okay, let's bring it down to the disk, all the little earthquakes, little micro tremors and things like that. Yeah, the uplift is going towards the northwest, and then coming down to the last 30 days. Yeah, rising up. You can see all the activity that's been going on for the last 30 days. Look at that. Here's another tilt monitor for Grant. Yeah, you can see it's going up in the north and dropping towards the east. If you take a bowl and put it upside down and tip it like it's towards the north and then drop it towards the east, that give you a good indication of what's going on there at Grant. Alright, for the Madison River area borehole, this is a borehole, I also have a GPS station. And this would show the strain and the tilt. So we have the different tilts. We got channel 1, channel 2, and channel 3. Channel 0, just, yeah, from north to south. So channel 1, probably, south east to northwest. And the reason I'm going to show you that one is I'm going to show you the strain meters, the tilt, if you want to call it, for 207. See, this is, yeah, from south east going towards northwest. And red is channel 1. Channel 3, yeah, that's really some weird stuff it's showing. Let me see if I can get this to change. Alright, yeah, right there, look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Most of the uplift, the greater the uplift, I should say, is going on here on the western side of the Yellowstone caldera of Yellowstone Lake. There is, some very small uplift on the eastern side, but most of it is up over here, and that's probably where when Yellowstone decides to erupt again, it's probably where it's going to start. The tilt for Yellowstone Lake is not working. I just have the strain meters. And the same thing, the tilt is towards the west, the northwest, and it's dropping in the east. I'll give you a link to this page. It shows you the different GPS stations. Okay, and it'll be down below this video in more information box. So you can click on the links and see for yourself what's going on. Okay, here's an example. P718, Clark, Wyoming. Okay, let me see if it'll take me there. Is it working? Nope, it is not working. Okay. Alright, let's try P709. Okay, that one is working. Okay, and we do have... Alright, yeah, you can see we got uplift going on. Over on the different sides. Oops. There's some arrows you can click on different images where they clean it up. Okay, we'll go back over here. Okay, this is 20 removed and yeah, cleaned up. Okay, and we'll go to this one. Now you can see here to the east it's rising, not so much to the north. It says it's for the promontory. Those of you that have followed me for a while will know where the promontory is, but I'll show you. Alright, here we have Yellowstone Lake, and this is the promontory, this small finger that's pointing out. Over here we got the southern arm, and then what they call the south arm of the promontory. And here is West Thumb, or Little West Thumb as I call it. And then up over here is the fishing bridge. That's the monitor for borehole 208. Once again, this is the promontory. And this monitor actually shows uplift to the east. So if you take that bowl, raise it up on the right side and the left side, drop it down, that's what it's showing. Yeah, completely different than the other monitor. This here is the monitor for Yellowstone Lake for the fishing bridge. Yeah. Now see how it's been showing more of an uplift recently? Yeah, it's been higher in the past. I don't know if I can make that bigger. There we go. Okay, and then we'll go over. I'll pull it down. Go to another one. Okay, let's go back again. Now there is a bulge under the water up in this location. Probably within this area. Yeah, and this is Mary Bay, where they had that huge tsunami that blew out the rocks for miles and created a tsunami across the lake. But anyways, yeah, this is an area where they have uplift under the water. They call it the bulge. All right, let's go up towards where that hot spot is at, where the trees burned up from the ground up, and see what's going on there. Okay, let's bring this over. I'll just click on that, and we'll see. Yeah, see here, the north is rising up, and the east is dropping, and gives you the heights in millimeters. Going back to 2004. Let's see, so the highest was probably in 2008, 2016, 17 maybe, 150 millimeters. So that would be 5.9 inches, almost 6 inches. Yeah, it says here it's going up 1.45 millimeters a year. And I believe this is for a month right here, what they're showing. Okay, I can't bring it down. I just got to go smaller and then. Yeah, and then we got down here at the bottom, from 2000 to this year. Now this data shows going back, 2010, over 200 millimeters in uplift. So that would be about 8 inches. And it's dropped down to, somewhere close to 50 millimeters, I would say, on this chart. And then we'll go back up over here. All right, let's go to the Norris Basin area. And let's see what it's showing. Now again, this is GPS. And we'll come down here and click on the thing and try and make it bigger. There we go. Okay. Okay, north, probably for the last month. East for the last month. And then going back to 2004. All right, I believe this is the western boundary. I don't think this one is working. Yeah, nothing. Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, I don't think it's working. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's not working. Or is it? Current status warning. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, let's see what it's doing. Go to another. I don't know if the warning is possibly because there's a failure in the equipment. I don't know. Yeah, possibly. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that, okay, this is Island Park. That's an area where they had an eruption. Okay, and that one is working. That's along the Snake River Plateau. Okay, let's see what it's doing. And let's check out West Yellowstone. See what it's showing. That's the western entrance, or close to the western entrance. Yeah, you can see here, either the snow was on top of the monitor or it was taking a breath. Yeah, they're saying that recent one they just posted at 1311 is 0.5. And there's its location. I'll bring it in for you so you can see it. Anyways, that's all I have for you right now. They were looking a little while ago over at Beehive, that area, and the steam looked dirty again. Looks like they're waiting for Old Faithful to go off. A lot of times they just set the camera there and go off and do whatever they want, taking care of their daily household needs. So what are your thoughts? Please put your comments down below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, be prepared for any type of disaster. We got so many things going on this year. You should have, your things stocked up or starting to stock up if you haven't already been stocking. Food, water, energy, alternative power source, medical supplies, beans and bullets, right? So thank you again for watching, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.